right after you got to this team. Talk about what you saw in that and just what impressed you about the guys you've been playing with.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was important to get film on each guy. Considering I'm only giving these guys the ball most of the time, and OJ's the type of guy that that can score at any time, and he can put the ball in the hoop at any will. And I think Dirk Nowitzki speaks for himself. For Dirk, I think it's just a matter of just playing off him. He's going to get the ball, whether it's at the high post or the low post. But I think everybody has to, be ready to play off him. And Chris Kaman is another guy you can play off too. He's such good skill in the post. I didn't know how good he was in the post until I actually played with him last week. He could do some damage down there too. So, we have a lot of different weapons, and not just in the starting unit, but off the bench. With Delonte, Dante Jones, and the list goes on.
You've obviously played against these guys, but was the motivation without all that film work to just make sure you put yourself in a different outlook at it from when you're playing with them?
Yeah, it's funny you said that. When you're playing against them, it's like, okay, you don't see as much as you are when you're on the team. Then when you're watching film, you're like, okay, he can do that. And Dirk Nowitzki, just watching him in person, I can't remember last time I seen a nice 7-foot shooter that can just stroke the ball the way he does. And it's really gonna make my job a lot easier coming off the pick and rolls. I got a chance to play with D. West, who was just a good pick and pop guy, and he's gonna be something similar. But I think the difference between Dirk Nowitzki and him is that he can stretch the floor out a little bit more. So.
What have you learned about Dirk being around him? I know you haven't been around him a whole lot yet because he was gone, but just the time you've been around him?
Real good guy. He loves to work. I think that's important. Your best player has to love to work. It rubs off everybody. It becomes contagious. And I think that's how a team gets better. If your best player doesn't love to work, then I think your team is in for a long run. But he loves to work, and a bunch of guys probably like to follow him too.
Jaron, you